Hi guys, thank you for watching. I promised you a video a couple of days ago, so here I am. And okay, let's continue the rune boat journey. Well, we're going to make some huge steps right now. We studied the 24 runes in 24 days, each day one rune, and then we fold the runes together, following a vision of Freyr coming to visit me, telling me to fold the runes together like his boat, like his ship, Skidbladnir, that is made by dwarves. So you make it, fold it together to have this little package, and you can put it in your pocket, and when you need it, you can unfold it, and you have this, like this gigantic ship of runes. Anyway, so we've been folding the 24 runes together, and we've been creating 12 new runes. We've been connecting these runes, going clockwise and counterclockwise to the 6 directions, up and below. We've been connecting the runes with our inner self and with the 6 directions around us. So this is the first work that we have done. And I hope you know the runes by heart now, but you don't really need to anyway, because this journey goes beyond the runes anyway. Anyway, so when I was looking at this structure, I don't really remember how I came back to this structure again. I have been painting it as well. And because I was painting this, there was a couple of things that drew my attention. One is this ecosahedron. This ecosahedron, that's the name of this structure. It has, ecosi means 20, so it has 20 triangles, and then it has 24 points here. So that was a way for me to connect the rune boat journey and to place the runes around me in a different structure than to the 6 directions around myself. So you can start here with Fehu and Dagas, and then when you go down, you come here and you come with the last 2 runes, the middle 2 runes, Eivas and Yera. And you can also start here with Eivas, Yera, and then you have Fehu, Dagas, under you, so you can make like this. Oh yeah, when you look at it from this side, you can see there's a pentagon appearing. So you can draw a pentacle as well if you connect this dot with this dot, and then you go there you get the pentacle. So these spheres, they are all into the molecules of our being and of life. These structures, it's also in our DNA. When we get born, so this is one way to connect the runes with it. I will come back to it. But when we get born, when we start as a life, we start with a sphere, one cell organism. And we have no memory of that. And this organism splits in 2. Then we have 2 cells. And we have no memory of this. And then these 2, they split into 4. And they create a triangle pyramid, a tetrahedron. That is like, there's you have like 2 spheres, third sphere and one above, and then the center points of these 4 spheres create this triangular pyramid. And this is our first memory. This is when we are born in the 3rd dimension. This is the very basics of our existence. Once you have this structure, this triangular pyramid, you can add on each side, and of course the cells split into 8, 16 and 32 and so on, 64. So these are all sacred numbers as well. Once it splits into 8 cells, you have like this structure we call a star tetrahedron. So hedron, like the star, the pyramid star, the three-dimensional triangular pyramid is facing up and down. So that's the way the 8 cells, the 8 round spheres fit into each other. And when you connect the center points of these lines, you will see this star tetrahedron. Anyway, so where are we? We are here, we're talking about the 24 runes, folding them together into 12, connecting with the ecosahedron, because the ecosahedron has 12 points to the structure. There's one here, there's one there, there's 5 here, and there's another 5 here. And they're just a little bit turned. So it's a very interesting structure, as many of these structures are. So when you bring it back to the second dimension, it's a shame you don't see the purple color that much that well on the screen. It turns a little bit brownish. Maybe you see the purple, because I like the color I chose here. Anyway, when you look at this structure, now you can see there are 9 points here. So I like to connect the sacred geometry, you know, I like to understand, I like to connect with our ancient roots. So as a Dutch guy, you know, I am Germanic. Most of myself is Germanic, a little bit Celtic, and there might be some other influence, there probably are, and that is beautiful as well. But I feel a very strong connection with the Germanic stories as well, and the tradition and the roots. So I try to make a deeper spiritual connection with this. So in the Edda stories, they're talking about 9 worlds and 9 days and 9 nights of initiation, 9 nights that Odin hanged from the Yggdrasil, the world tree. Then he received the information, the wisdom of the runes, whatever that may mean, you know. Like, anyway, so there's 9 worlds, and when we look at this structure in the second dimension, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's really nice if you use it for a reading with the runes. You can start here with like the basic or the past of your problem, and you go to the present, and you go to the future, and then you might look into your maybe what you do or what you shouldn't do, maybe what is underneath you, and then you look at what will help you and what might be the things that block you, and then this is what brings it all together. I always used in tarot, I made a reading in this way with the 7 and just 1 card in the middle, and I like it when you have the combination of 3. The 3, they make a unity, so it gives a deeper insight of what connect it all. And then of course, when we go back to the third dimension, we miss out 3 connections in the back. I hope you see this. So there's 1 dot here, 1 dot here, and 1 dot here. That should be, you can pay attention to that. So if you make a rune reading in this way, you can talk about 3 hidden runes as well, hidden forces that when, you know, the dark side of the moon, whatever kind of meaning you want to give it. Anyway, there's more I would like to share with you. I made this painting because, again, going back to the triangular form is very important in the start of our being, and I hope you know the walnut. I showed it to you before. I have it here on the table. I will get it in a moment, but I want to continue the video first. Last time my video froze, so I had to start all over, but I make a better one this time. I will show you the walnut a little bit later, because there's also 3 triangles going on forever, and these are, well, this is one triangle going down, of course. So this is an interesting structure. You can also use it for a rune reading in the same way I just talked like before, and it's a little bit different. You have to be creative. Anyway, this one I want to talk about. This one is really interesting. Now I have to go back to the table because I just make some notes so I can make it better understandable for you how I got to this. Wait, where's my runes? I don't see them. Okay. Oh yeah, they're over here. Oh, I didn't need to walk there. Okay, look at this table here. Can you see? These are the time. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we have the 3, 6, 9. So these are the tables of multiplication. So then, okay, this information that I'm sharing now, it comes from Yain 108. And you should look at these videos because they are really mind-blowing, and they can give you a lot of beautiful insights about life and about ourselves and the atomic structure of life and the harmony of all things. So this comes from his information. So, but when you look at this this table, this time I like to use the number 9 right now, but you can do it with the number 4 as well. If you highlight all the numbers 4 in this structure, you will also have a beautiful sphere appearing, or the numbers 1, you will see a different sphere appearing, a different structure appearing. And this creates beautiful mandalas, and mandala meaning the world. I just learned from Jain. Anyway, so this is, I will point it out one more time here. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I have to explain another thing. So here I say like 2, 4, 6, 8. And then you have 10, but the 0 doesn't count, so you have just a 1. Then you have 14 and 1 plus 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. And this way you bring it back to 1 digit. So that is how, when you bring things back, this is about numerology, about numbers, sacred numbers, and the knowledge of sacred numbers, also what is talked about in the Kabbalah. When you bring all the numbers back to 1 digit, like you have 91 is 9 and 1 is 1. If you have 88, it's 16. 88 is 16, so that is 1 plus 7 is 8. What? 88 makes 16, makes 1 plus 6 is 7. Okay, all right. And so this is important. So this is very nice. When you bring back the numbers to 1 digit, the synchronicity of life appears. The synchronicity of creation appears in all things. So this is really the old and the basics of mathematics. Anyway, so here I highlighted the number 9s in this. If you make it in a beautiful structure, which you have like a really fine square, this is what appears when you have the number 9s highlighted and connected. So this is what we need to study when we are talking about the runes, when we're talking about the 9 worlds and The number 9 was very much important to our ancient forefathers in the Germanic traditions and all over the world, really. So much knowledge is gone, and they might have remembered some sacred knowledge from another time. So this is interesting. Now this is another way you can use this to put the runes on site. This I will make, this is the start of a painting. I will finish this painting and then I will put the runes on there. And I'm thinking about making art like this and then gluing the runes on there for specific readings, for specific meanings, for specific reasons. If you would like to order a painting like this, just tell me. Like I know I cannot be cheap, but we need to. But that would be nice. You could have something for protection or whatever in your life. Like if you want something in your life, we make the runes for there, maybe a specific way, one for you, and we make this in this way or use another form. I think that is rather powerful if we can work this way. So these are the number 9s, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was the number 9 that I was, because this one I counted twice the last time. So that's it for today. And there's another little thing I wanted to share. If now the video will freeze, I'm okay with this. Okay. I'm a storyteller and I'm a professional storyteller, and I do a lot of work in the archaeological park Archeon in the Netherlands. And I've been in Norway, coming to Viking festivals and been telling stories there. But anyway, I'm telling the stories in English and in Dutch. What I'm talking about now is like, sometimes, I have like 3.5 hours recorded on CDs of these stories, and then I have like a couple of hours more of these stories that I know here in my head. I carry those stories in my heart and in my body, so I can tell those stories as well. They are not recorded, but I carry them with me. But then when I want to add stories, I study other stories, and they're I think I have the best stories. I tell the best stories that I could find, and maybe there will be stories added in the future. But sometimes I want to not be like too close-minded, and then I in the archaeological park, I used to work in the prehistoric part, being the prehistoric shaman, doing a hunting ritual, doing lots of prehistoric stuff, and doing ceremony that way as well. And later I was taking up the role of a medieval storyteller and musician, playing the Flemish bagpipe, playing horns and the mouth harp and things like that, singing a lot of funny songs. Anyway, telling also medieval stories. So sometimes I like to go back to the medieval stories. Very much the medieval stories that I like to tell are very much inspired by the Celtic world of King Arthur and before King Arthur. So when you tell the stories of King Arthur, you also will see there's Christianity mixed with the Celtic traditions. And this can be a beautiful thing, so maybe I'm losing some of my followers right now, people that like to watch this video. But I think we have to be connected in our heart. I can carry this Thor hammer, but I have to respect somebody who's carrying a cross or whatever tradition he is from, because we're talking about unity consciousness. And we're talking about love and respect and working together. Because, anyway, so lately I started telling a new story about Lohengrin, the knight, the swan knight. And he is the the son of Parsifal, and Parsifal was the purest knight of King Arthur, and he became the one that does the service with the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a very interesting subject and an object, because in the story of the Holy Grail is like the blood of Jesus was kept, or was when Jesus was hanging on the cross. The blood fell in this grail, and Joseph of Arimathea brought this Holy Grail to Europe, and then it became a really sacred, beautiful, healing item that's also for justice and all good things, of course. But then, when you go back to the Celtic traditions and the Germanic traditions, we are always talking about cauldrons, like, it's also like the witches, they make their drink in these cauldrons. By the way, this is a really very, one time I was in the forest and I was making this movement, like I was going, mixing this herbal drink, like this sacred herbs, and making this movement. And then I realized, oh wait, wow, this is something that will bring you into a trance. So this is something that you can do when you want to make witchcraft. When you do it like this, you also create this vortex, this what we really are. This vortex, we are this donut, like this donut of energy. So we expand and we come back to our heart, and we expand and we come back to our heart. It's kind of the same movement. Anyway, what I was talking about the Holy Grail, and talking about Lohengrin, the swan, knight of the swans, the swan knight, and he's coming to serve justice in this story. And then I was, of course, I'm talking about Christianity. And then when you look at this symbol, like about the 9 worlds, and this might be the Yggdrasil as well, but what appears here is like this holy cross, you see? So that is quite interesting, because the holy cross, the Christianity should, the message of pure Christianity should lift us up. And when you have this line and this point and this point connecting, you meet here in the middle. But this cross just lifts you up a little higher. So anyway, I don't know what this means, but I thought it was nice to mention. I was looking for something like this, to find it. But that is the interesting thing about synchronicity and about sacred geometry as well. What you are studying, you will find it in this sacred geometry. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time. Love you.